So sufficient against LeBlanc as he used to be, but once he gets some start items in, he can still contest this champion. And then towards the bottom side of the map, the Rakan, Desire, your star players, clearly what you're playing for.
I mean, that's going to be all of the initiation tools. And now
towards Adam and Razork, he is also around, so this is going to be interesting to see how this pans out. Teleports are up for Nisqy if he wants to join.
Gigantic wave in front of Adam. He's going to get caught up by that hook shot. Defensive flash away. HiRit and Razork start to escape. HiRit takes 2 turret shots, but they get
best Veto's teleport into this one, so they're just going to be getting the first Drake here for free. Could be the first of many potentially if Fnatic continues with the bot side push here, but up towards the top side. Razork and Nisqy is around here for a little skirmish.
Nisqy's got his hands on that hijack already. HiRit does have the Dragon's Rage, and Vetheo is currently farming in the mid lane. So HiRit's going to use the hookshot, jump in. The X-Tech ultimatum is stolen away. Teleport comes down. HiRit uses his in return. Defensive flash, and Nisqy picks up first blood. Now Razork, he missed the Q. Will not be able to jump onto Adam. Here comes Vetheo. Locks down Nisqy inside the river, and the chase will continue. A lot of lifesteal, but the execution, 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, but I like the way Fnatic did with that one as well, and we're not done yet.
No, we're not. The taunt lands as well as the Winds of War. Fantastic knocker from Hilly to disengage Misfits. We're still not done. Guldborg as HiRit teleports back into the top lane. The sweep tactical as well as the knockup. Razork gets himself another.
And in the end, that's that teleport advantage we talked about. Look at that big minion wave. The supports are on their way as well, so we could potentially have another skirmish unfold.
2,300 hit points. Razork jumps into the pit. Vetheo's here, flanked by 2 members, and that is the Herald secured and picked up. That's a defensive kick away as now Bwipo is knocked back. Vetheo's trying to find the stun, and here comes HiRit as well. 4 versus 3, and Misfits find another kill. Hylissang's thinking about the engage and decides better of it. 2 Fnatic members fall, and Misfits get the Herald.
What a that mid lane priority to push Razork into the enemy jungle towards the bot side.
Now, important to note, both Adam and Nisqy have their teleports available, while HiRit and Vetheo do not. The 1v1 is taking place in the top lane. A tactical sweep to slow down Adam. He manages to get the stun, culls the meek, 200 hit points, slice, dies, Hextech ultimatum, as well as the hook shot. HiRit gets out with Misfits currently looking like they're going to back away. Fnatic have started this dragon off down to 3,000 hit points, and they're going to fancy themselves a fight or a steal. Razork may be feeling himself. He landed the Sonic Wave, not going to follow the resonating strike, and instead Razork may just concede his life here. Hylissang will have the quickness available to him and holds on to it. So, just second dragon to Fnatic.
But it's just that simple. Fnatic has the better bot side of the map right now. They have diverted their resource down towards this one, while Misfits did it up towards the top side.
Oh, what a fantastic stun! Not enough for the kill just yet. Finally, Razork gets focused, turns around. The teleport now available is going to be channeled into this bottom lane. There will be a reply as Vetheo and Adam now stare down the barrel. The tower has continually been chipped away from as Upset takes yet another plate. And finally, the Herald summoned. There was no play set up around it. 5 members of Fnatic in the bottom lane.
Yeah, this can be a bit dangerous for Fnatic. They haven't reset yet, and the members from Misfits are coming out. At the same time, HiRit in the top side, they're just forfeited to leave because they have not been back yet.
Oh man, was it a bad decision to chase the kills? Once we get some time to explore that idea, Rift Herald is being chunked down, will get the charge off and a couple of plates. So that does maintain his aid. Obviously Vander with the ultimate, plus the mobility on that Hylissang and LeBlanc, they can move between lanes very, very quickly.
They definitely can.
Safety.
Yeah, they are, but Razork definitely got pulled quite low in that one, so he's forced to back off the Rift Herald. So the exchange for this one will be a turret down towards the bottom side instead for Misfits. But Fnatic, once again, the objectives are definitely in their favor. They have 2 Drakes
play out this next phase of match.
I think what we just saw is a very good example of what Misfits does with their composition. As soon as HiRit have time to move to another lane, he will do so, and that's how Misfits dictate the game. Solo upset Saya here, so let's see how this fight around the priority and vision of the Drake is going to pan out.
All right, mid lane was pushed into Fnatic by Misfits once again. Razork, the first target, is going to wall hop over. HiRit, Hextech ultimatum comes down, but Bwipo's buying some time thanks to the stopwatch. That allows the hero's entrance from Vander. Razork re-engages once more, but he's focused down by 4 members of Fnatic. It's Nisqy that gets the kill. Kobbe's running for his life as Vetheo picks up one back onto Adam. Hylissang throws down the ignite and burn. Kobbe is down. Now Vetheo's running for his life. 2 for 1 as far as kills, but the 3rd dragon to Fnatic.
Yeah, you saw how difficult it became for Misfit as well, despite finding a pick onto Bwipo. There are so many tools for him to stay alive and for them to get the pick up to Razork. They know they have the tempo. They know lanes have not clashed yet onto their towers, so they can just move up themselves.
That means they're going to take the 3rd tower. The mid is opened up while the precision protocol, big minion wave to work with, may actually be able to take this tower down. While that's going on, the rest of Fnatic setting up some defensive vision around the Baron pit. You can see deep into Misfits jungle. Adam gets chunked out, and that is a way to push it back. Teleport is available for Nisqy. He's still up in the top lane. Well, it looks like HiRit will once again jump onto Adam. Here comes Vetheo. The teleport comes out as well. Hextech ultimatum has been thrown down, and Fnatic are split up for a moment. 3 members of Misfits jumping onto Nisqy, and he's blown up where he stands. Adam still stands alive while HiRit goes golden thanks to the stopwatch. All of Misfits except Kobbe are now turning their attention. That's going to be a dead HiRit. Finally, Kobbe's Ezreal arrives to the fight and takes down Bwipo. All of a sudden, Upset is now going to need to be delivering a huge impact, chunking out Vander. Adam, who was the first target of the fight, is now the man leading the charge. Misfits, they get control, they get to pick up advantages. And we'll explore that thought in a moment as the teleport is being committed. Remember, side lanes, picking off solo members of Fnatic is the game plan. HiRit throws down the ultimatum. Here comes the rest of Misfits. 4 of them on top of Nisqy with the kill secured. They turn their attention. That is indeed the case. There are a couple of wards here for Fnatic to play with. No ultimate from Kobbe or Vander or HiRit. Razork can disengage with a kick, and Adam's teleporting in. It's a 5 versus 4. Vetheo on the flank looking for Upset, but he's caught. He's stunned. He's jumped on top of by Hylissang and taken out by Bwipo. Now the rest of Misfits are running for their lives. 4v4. Vander tries to buy some time with a taunt. HiRit will use the passive shield to at least absorb some damage, but he cannot stand toe to toe. Hylissang survives thanks to Upset's heal, and Misfits are being routed, are being wrecked. They managed to find a kill into Hylissang somehow in the fray, but the Heartbreaker from Bwipo picks up another. Not going to be able to find more. Now all of a sudden, it's Fnatic that can turn their attention to Baron.
And this bloodness of this game continues now, Trevor. They are continuing on to Baron themselves. 30-second death timers onto HiRit. 20 on Vetheo, no teleport. It seems like they're going to thread a steal on it.
Man, that blade Featherstorm thrown out from Upset. They've still got flash available to him. Kobbe's trying to use those Mystic Shots, but here comes Nisqy. He's managed to run all the way back to the mid lane. Still has the Hextech ultimatum and locks down Kobbe. Gets himself another kill. The rest of Fnatic, they jump back into the pit. Razork still has his flash and smite available.
I don't know if they can continue on this one because the solo laners are respawning now. It's down to half HP. Razork, as you said, still has that smite. So this is going to be crazy.
He's going to have to burger flip it. Can Razork get into the pit? Sonic Wave lands. Resonating Strike available, but will just about time out. Flash is up. Adam jumps forward. Not going to be able to kill him just yet, and Razork's running for his life. Fnatic have thwarted the threat for now. Baron is still low. Razork jumps into the pit. The final hit. It's Misfits that get the Baron. Fnatic cannot find the final shot. All of a sudden, HiRit, he's now running for his life. Vander's here, the next target. The hook shot into the GA means that HiRit will finally go down. Vetheo dashes in, dashes out. That's at least 2 Barons down. Vetheo's taking Fnatic on a run for the moment and finally stopped. But it was Misfits that stole the Baron.
Yeah, but it's not going to stop as well.
Correctly. Now, as we jump back into live, gold is dead, even Fnatic just need to pick up this soul. And it'll be Infernal versus 1.5 Barons. I mean, Vander don't matter. Infernal soul for Fnatic, and they all speaking and how Fnatic have been able to force the fights. Misfits have not been able to effectively 1-3-1. Misfits have not been able to hold off the 5-man Fnatic. Razork will be the next target here. Jumped on by some time with a stopwatch. The rest of Misfits not yet alive. Kobbe and HiRit finally get to their base. There's not a lot of minions to work with, but you're in a numbers disadvantage and Infernal Soul.
Yeah, I think Fnatic, they can definitely look to push further with this one. There's not a lot of wave clear on the champions that's left right now for Misfit. Ezreal barely has it. HiRit can't get access to it. So Fnatic, I think they just want to take the first game right here.
They're going to look at the Nexus 4 now. HiRit jumps onto Hylissang. He's going to pull Fnatic's attention for a very brief moment. 15 seconds before Vetheo is back alive. And Fnatic maintain the line. Minions have been cleared out, and Misfits will survive for now. But from Nisqy as well, Bwipo is just north of the rest of the team, and they will be able to take their 6th tower of the game. Guldborg, as long as Fnatic are grouped up, Misfits simply do not have the map pressure to force their hands.
The power of friendship is too strong for Fnatic right now, and Misfits, despite split up, can't do much about it.
No, they really cannot. They need to have a miracle pick from HiRit or Razork or Vetheo. It's looking so incredibly difficult. That gold lead is now 3,000 up. The blast card delivers Fnatic into the waiting hands of Misfits. Quietly controlling the lane. Obviously, Vander left a few times, but he's just done exactly what his team needs him to do. And now Nisqy's going to initiate this fight. We're going to focus on the teleport as Adam will jump into the fray. We'll get back to this in just a moment. As Fnatic have already found themselves a kill there onto Vander, continuing to push forward into the red buff. Razork left alone, split off from Kobbe and Vetheo. The teleports from Fnatic. We're going to be able to seal the deal here. It feels like 34 seconds on Vander, the ultimate used by Razork. Now he will just get run down. It feels like a matter of time. He's keeping Fnatic interested, taking them on a wild goose chase. But it's 6 seconds until Baron. Adam is going to be able to push down that top turret with upset. And will Fnatic go for Baron and then final push? They may not even need it.
Yeah, but I think they're just going to push into the top side of the map. They're going to go back to the Baron, and then they're just going to go for the reset to finish what they started beforehand.
What an interesting start to the series. I think almost two expectations. Fnatic can threaten two objectives. They can push onto the inhibitor. Teleport is available for Nisqy. He can get the supers and then get out.
You're completely right, Misfit. They have to commit to one objective here or else they're just going to lose out.
Well, Vetheo is going to jump forward, not get enough damage onto Bwipo. Uses the hourglass to buy some time. Razork doesn't have the kick and is forced to run for his life. It's Adam that takes down Vetheo. Now HiRit still got the Hextech ultimatum, needs to lock up a key target and allow Kobbe to put the damage out, but they cannot stand long enough. They cannot fend off Fnatic, and Misfits have lost 2 members. Fnatic ignore the dragon and they're pushing for the base.
Yeah, we've already talked about it. This is Fnatic turf once we get into these team fights, and now Kobbe trying to run for his life, does have the Archangel, does have the flash, but the rest of Fnatic, they're just pushing down for the first here.
Kobbe did not ever get enough time to make those Mystic shots work. Misfits were unable to use their early leads to gain control of the 1-3-1. The Nexus turrets are now starting to fall, and Fnatic with Soul, with Baron, will find another kill onto Razork. Will take out the Nexus turret as well as Kobbe. And as they take down the Nexus, Fnatic strike first in the best of 5.
You talked about expectations and, you know, coming in from the style of Fnatic, if this is what it's going to look like. Misfits, they have to make more use of those side lanes because
change their approach to the game, their picks and bans, and their strategy. But even more significantly, Misfits against Fnatic, the bottom lane difference is so heavily Fnatic favored frequently. And unfortunately, of course, for Fnatic, that hawkshot vision onto Bwipo will mean that not only are Misfits aware of this, but now all of a sudden, they're going to be under pressure. That concussive blow's not going to be able to find the stun onto Vander just yet, but Bwipo does. He's been exhausted. Defensive flash from Kobbe. All summoner spells used by Misfits. A fantastic play by Fnatic. I think that's very heads-up play from Razork. Fnatic have invested multiple ganks, even behind towers early on. So we'll be able to at least dissuade Bwipo for now. Hylissang jumps into the middle lane. The stun will land onto Vetheo. He's low on mana, flashes over the wall, and Razork will be able to knock away Fnatic for the time being. Fnatic very early applying pressure here onto Misfits, but with so many summoner spells down, who will be the first target? The shield to protect not going to be enough to keep Vetheo alive, and first blood secured by Bwipo. Turns himself into the Orianna, and it's Nisqy that gets the second. 2-0 to Fnatic.
I'm baffled. Misfits went for that one. You already know there's a man advantage.
For Fnatic already, this minion wave is very, very thin. A Cull the Meek should be able to thin it relatively quickly. The Haramis comes out, and Razork is going to be the target. He goes so low, flashes over the wall. We need the blast cone to get to safety.
But what happened in the mid lane with Vetheo and Razork, definitely a little bit of a mishap.
Yeah, it did not work out in their favor, and now Kobbe, summoner spell-less, gets his ECA hijacked away and upsets on the board. The third kill, being a 1,600 gold lead for now.
Yeah, but they're still trying to set up on Nisqy. They know he's coming up towards the mid lane here.
Okay, Vetheo's got the shockwave available to him. We'll be able to pull Nisqy back. And he's going to be able to pick up the kill. That's the first for Misfits. Hylissang's going to be jumped on by Bwipo. Has already thrown down the Heartbreaker, but here comes Vander. Still got the Exhaust if he needs it. Bwipo will be the first target. Is being focused by 3 members. Exhaust is needed, in fact, and it's going to be another kill to Bwipo. Razork is taken out as Bwipo turns himself into a Lee Sin. He gets another. It's a double for Bwipo.
God, that looks so interactive.
There, Vander slowly moving to the top lane. Here is at least getting some experience, but down 12 20 CS. Will throw out the tactical sweep and tries to put some damage with the Hextech ultimatum, locks Adam in place, and HiRit will find himself a kill with the support of Vander himself. Gigantic advantages, plus 2,000 gold. You can see the total gold in individual players on the side.
Take a look at the minimap. We see Vetheo and Razork. They are around this straight pick, and they could try and look for something around it.
Well, they're not going to get the time to do so. Hylissang flashes forward, throws out the Glacial Fissure, but there's so much damage onto Kobbe. Exhaust finally chucked out onto Upset. Kobbe's alive for now, but here comes Bwipo. He's got the ultimate available to him and has not pulled the trigger just yet. Razork looking for the Dragon's Rage kick, and he holds onto the trigger. Flash available to him as he knocks Hylissang backwards. The resonating strike helps pick up the kill, and then all of a sudden the turnaround. Without the burst, without the kill, Kobbe and Razork keep Fnatic
still have tools to cash in their investment on the reptile, though, that is in the pocket of Bwipo, and he's moving up towards the top side, where the rest of Misfits is responding as well.
There's so many teleports coming in, everybody's invited. Adam's gonna be the first target killed by Razork, and now HiRit's running for his life. No ultimatum available to him, and Razork will flash to safety. All of a sudden, the pressure is on Vetheo. He manages to get the last hit onto Bwipo's Viego, and Nisqy's trying to do what he can. Cannot take down Vetheo. It is 3 kills to Misfits.
That was so well by
just how these team fights and these skirmishes play out that is dictating who gets the lead.
Yeah, completely right. But that Herald right there as well, Trevor, was a very good example of what we talked about earlier. I don't get to talk about it. Kobbe.
Ash Arrow into the face of Upset. His cleanse was not available. There was no cleanse. Donated to Kobbe, the aggressive play. And wait and punish. They are trying to force the hands of their opponents.
Yeah, you're completely right, Trevor, but it doesn't stop the proactivity from a losing or winning team either. They know they just have to continuously pull the trigger, and Fnatic, they've been very adaptive in this series. They realize they can't go for attention towards the bottom, so they're trying to do it topside instead.
Oh, the interrupt on the hook shot means HiRit will be locked down. 3 members of Fnatic inside of Misfits top lane. The kill is secured by Bwipo.
Unless they find this pick onto Nisqy.
Well, this is a little bit brave here. Nisqy walked in front of a ward. Razork landed the Sonic Wave. The rest of Fnatic can jump forward. Teleport is now being channeled from Adam. The Encore tags 2. The Unbreakable blocks some follow-up. And the Enchanted Crystal Arrow has simply not had the impact it needed. Here comes Vetheo. The Shockwave catches 3. But where's the follow-up? It's a fight on 2 fronts. As the Buster Shot from Upset pushes Vander and Kobbe away. It's Bwipo the first to fall. It's a reply for Vetheo as well as Razork. But Kobbe and Vander relatively untouched. Upset will rocket jump his way forward. Kobbe continues to chase out tag. Concussive blows and the stun could be what it takes. That's a triple for Upset before he's finally taken down. Now Vander and HiRit trying to get another back. All of a sudden Hylissang's taken out. Nisqy the last man standing for Fnatic, and that's going to be the flash away from HiRit. A 3 kills for Fnatic, 4 kills for Misfits. And they also pick up the Herald, so they're going to drop that in the middle lane. And we are in for another bloodbath of a game. The second dragon secured. It's Misfits, like you said, in control, but more importantly, their composition this time can stand toe-to-toe with Fnatic.
I think that was...
It doesn't feel like they're out of it yet. Fnatic, however, not done. That's a W forward from Upset. A tactical sweep to try slow him down. Hook shot forward as well as the Glacial Fissure. While all that's going on, Misfits are pushing the mid lane with the minion wave.
So many resources are being put into this top side for Fnatic right now, but they're just going to be losing the mid lane turret here. Then they can move all their attention down towards the bottom side of the map if they want to.
It's completed for most champions on the board. Phantom Dancer and Kraken Slayer there for Upset on Tristana. Want to keep a close eye on him as now HiRit will once again be the target. He's got the ultimate to buy some time, but simply will not be enough. And it's the kill secured by Nisqy. Gets the shutdown, gets the tower. So Misfits a tiny bit split up. Fnatic have initiated fights before Vander's the target. He's caught out, flashes away, throws out the Encore, and will be taken down by Bwipo. Now HiRit is the target of Nisqy, who's managed to steal away that Dragon's Rage, with Misfits picking up.
Once again, a key pick for his team.
The question is, do you expect that level of engage every single time? I know Fnatic...
Execution we were looking for.
I wonder if Vander didn't expect or didn't know that Nisqy was inside the Dragon Pit. I think he did have his flash available, but Bwipo will be jumping forward onto Vetheo. The volley comes out. The Ash Arrow will tag down Hylissang, who's got no ultimate available, but the root comes out from the concussive blows. Teleport being channeled.
Oh my god!
Will jump into the fray. 2 kills to Misfits, and it's all on Adam. Can he do the damage? Nisqy goes golden thanks to the Hourglass as Adam finds one back onto Vetheo. Kobbe remains untouched inside the jungle of Fnatic, and Adam runs for his life. A 2 for 4 to Misfits.
AD carry alive, top laner alive. This should be...
And Misfits this time around will get this Baron onto 4 of their members. They will extend.
They know that. With Baron, don't risk anything. Just force it down mid lane.
Yeah, that's the plan. Bwipo's coming in from behind. Upset will complete the recall, so Fnatic can choose to fight if they want to. Nisqy has stolen the encore. That could be gigantic from the hijack and throws it out. 4 members of Misfits caught in the fray. The reply from Vander between the uprights and nobody's locked down. All of a sudden, though, it's Bwipo is the first to fall in Adam, and Bwipo is locked inside of Misfits' death ball. 3 kills to Misfits. There was not enough damage to secure it, and Misfits may push here for the win.
That's the thing. That is just 3 members down from Fnatic, and all of a sudden, Misfits with this Baron can start closing out the game, Trevor.
Oh, the crowd control, the CC and the team fights. Misfits use it to perfection. They managed to bounce back after a crushing game 1, and Misfits even the series 1-1.
Just like that. That came out of nowhere.
Man.
I was about to talk about how they need to set up side lanes afterwards when they push in mid lane.
Was Bwipo and Adam rooted from Seraphine inside the Hextech ultimatum? I couldn't see what stopped them.
I like saving the mid pick for last because the Orianna into Ryze matchup is really good for Vetheo. So I think that by going for the Viego this time around, they have a little bit more team fighting tools. And while I'm not the most excited about the Camille pick overall in the context of the comp.
The bottom lane able to push forward. Leona being melee into the Xayah and Rakan. Razork will pick up the Gromp, get jumped on. Vander arrives. Flash is still available and forced out. Dashed backwards. Upset will join. There's so many minions to fight into. Adam's going to step forward. He's got that rage bar up. Cole the Meek is used. Flash available to him, and I think this is a tad optimistic, but Nisqy's joining as well. Hook shot, flash for flash. Here it's able to predict it. The tactical sweep doesn't find the kill, but Razork just about does. He's taken out. The stun from Adam is able to turn it around with the help of the tower, and now Nisqy gets himself a free kill as well. Exceptional play from Adam.
But that is just so greedy as well from the side of Misfits. Adam, as you said, it played that exceptionally well, but TP's coming through in the bottom.
Oh my word, more kills, more fighting, and it's Adam without even full health jumping onto Vander. Upset gets the kill. It's 1,005. Adam forced to use the Dominus to escape with his life. He's still trying to take control. And remember, Adam from the LFL with support took over games. Hylissang once again with a fantastic roam. There'll be some damage on the Shockwave, and finally, Vetheo goes down, but here comes Razork, managing to pick up some damage, but the Realm Warp from Nisqy gets Hilly out to safety. That is through skirmishing and through mechanical excellence in some team fights, but they need to find some time to do this because all of a sudden, Fnatic are pulling even further ahead. Vetheo, no Shockwave available. Teleport coming down from Nisqy. Defensive flash from Razork. And it's Bwipo that gets the kill. Manages to chomp down. Now Bwipo taken up by Vetheo and hands over the buffs. Teleport was used there as well. That's 1 back to Misfits.
Yeah, okay, so 1-for-1 in the end. Not so bad for Misfits after all, but here it's still very low on the tower. Kobbe getting flashed on.
He's already flashed away. That's Kobbe now. Fnatic once again on the prowl. Bwipo managed to get himself Kindle Gem as well as that. Sheen has a small level advantage over Razork. Can hear it. No flash available, but the Hextech ultimatum is there. Is looking for Adam the tower. Turns his attention to Nisqy, and that will be a kill for Razork. Heartbreak is just used, dashed away to safety, and Fnatic will get 1 back.
Yeah, they get 1 back
on the board. And Fnatic Vitality last weekend had a combined kills per minute of 1, right? So throughout the course of the game, for every minute of gameplay that passed, at least 1 person died. We're already in this series at 1 point ever going to be fun. And HiRit is maintaining a respectable CS difference for now, considering how much bullying is going on. Hylissang is going to be waiting here in the wings. The Shockwave will only catch Nisqy. Quickness is thrown down, and that's an airborne Vetheo. Bwipo picks up the kill. Despite Vander arriving to the fray, he simply cannot stop Fnatic for now. Razork walks away with his life, and here comes Kobbe. The tower's down to a couple hundred hit points, and Fnatic not going to push it just yet.
And look at the resources Misfits are spending just to try and help that bottom lane here. Top lane's falling apart, bot lane falling apart, and Fnatic pulling the trigger in mid lane with the Rift Herald with Hylissang behind them. They're just getting so many victories on the map.
And think about about this. It started all the way back at level 1, level 2 rather, with that invade onto the blue buff. Bwipo, with the support of Hylissang, denying Razork that buff, and now Fnatic between two towers managed to find the route onto Vander. He's still got the flash available to him, and he dashes away for now. Upset, chases. Flash and Auto will find the kill. Realm Warp will just about get Fnatic to safety. They're still inside Misfits jungle, but I don't think Misfits can really chase this one down. 4 members of Fnatic staring at Kobbe and Razork.
With so much restraint up towards the top side of the map, they know the communication is there's no one showing towards the bottom side, so the bot lane must be elsewhere trying to commit to a play. And because of this, Adam doesn't go too over aggressive. As soon as the bot lane is recalled for Misfits, Upset is doing exactly what you talked about.
Oh, Kobbe gets jumped on, gets rooted, and does get charmed. He's able to flash and arcane shift away to safety. And now Vander got the solar flare available to him. Has not pulled the trigger yet. Has Fnatic bitten off more than they can chew. They find themselves a kill onto Vander, but here comes Nisqy. Finds the route down onto HiRit, and that's a dash forward from Adam. He's managed to cut off the retreat from Misfits, and Razork will be the last member. Adam decides not to chase for now, but does Bwipo with a pillar of ice. 1, 2, 3 members standing in front of them. And they've shown over and over again their willingness to engage from playoffs. I feel like Fnatic took that previous loss very personally, Guldborg, because this game, from the very early invade, from every single dive, every single member of Fnatic has pulled that trigger instantly, and they've managed to land every single ability to punish Misfits.
They definitely have, and once again, you know, we were talking about Vetheo and draft. What about Hylissang?
Rakan, exactly. I mean, look at this. The feathers rooted backwards despite the Hextech ultimatum. Here it just gets melted underneath his tower. The amount of CC that you have to deal with and get through is impossible. And just a dominant 20 minutes. Baron isn't even up yet. We're a minute and a half away from the next dragon. There's the flash away from Vetheo. Stays alive a few seconds longer. The shockwave only catches Hilly, but there will at least be 1 kill back here for Misfits, but Vander forced to flash for his life. Kobbe arrives late to the party and can't do a whole lot. 10,000 gold down. If you are a Misfits fan,
before Fnatic get them away, was to try and find an isolated target, to try and find a pig, because that's the only way you win this game.
Well, that's going to be the engage onto Nisqy. He used the Realm Warp, taking a lot of damage for now. Buys some time thanks to the Hourglass, but Vetheo shut down before the Shockwave can even come out. Finally, Razork gets himself 1 back onto Nisqy. Now trying to put the damage onto Hylissang. Not going to be enough to find the kill just yet. And Upset will close it out. Bwipo gets the solo onto Vander, and that is a 1 for 3 to extend the advantage with the Dragon available to
Yeah, close to being a 4 towards the top quadrant that you already talked about before, and start setting up this Baron, because Fnatic, they're just so far ahead that they can allow themselves to skip steps. They could even just start up the Baron and hope Misfits would come to contest and just turn with Hylissang's Rakan.
Target to focus. Razork has already stolen himself 1 Baron this series. We'll need to do a whole lot more. No flash for HiRit. 3 members of Fnatic jumping onto him. So we're knocked into the air, and despite the hook shot, we'll just get run down. The 6th kill for Upset as he pleases because of everything the rest of the squad is built up.
Exactly, and now they're just going to continue with it. Vander now caught off, no flash.
They're already dead! They're already dead! 25.
And this is definitely the most dominant we've seen Fnatic in this series as well. Misfit with a new draft coming in, trying to mimic what that made it work beforehand. But I feel like it's, once again, the fact that they keep Nisqy in the other, and then he can just bound a minion wave to whatever you want to commit to, and that's what they're doing right now. You can see the rest of the members of Fnatic just in the mid lane, while the rest of members, Misfits, collapsing.
They're going for the Hail Mary. Nisqy is going to be able to use the Hourglass to buy some time. Hylissang comes in, interrupts HiRit. Razork going to be able to find a kill onto Hilly, but not more just yet. Dashes away to safety thanks to the engage rather, and now HiRit hops off the wall. Who else died in the back line? Razork taken out. Adam forcing the rest of Misfits away. Kobbe needs to use the flash and the heal just to survive the onslaught. Fnatic are going to be able to hold off the engage, smack Misfits with their wallet, and break open the base.
Yeah, it's just that easy for them right now. And despite a good effort from Misfits there in desperation, they're still losing out on all these plays, because as you said, with the wallet, Fnatic so far ahead with Misfits, they're not done.
No, not just yet. Bwipo will once again be engaged on, subjugate, stealing the stats and the HP. Bwipo is able to walk away. Solar Flare dodged by the Feather Storm. Utsep touches over the wall. The Pillar of device, holds HiRit in place, and with Nisqy arriving, turns it back around. The Realm Warp continues the fight once again. Gonna lock down two. Nisqy's not done. The feathers fly, and Upset's looking to kill a few more members of Misfits. But Vetheo and Razork, they're back. They're chasing out Upset, and Adam is coming in from behind. These team fights are never ending, and they never go well for Misfits. The Shockwave pulls Adam backwards, but there's not enough damage from Razork to close Misfits to go to match points.
They definitely are. Long death timers coming up here. HiRit up in Tendo, and the same is Kobbe. So I don't know if they can end on this one just yet, but they do still have Baron, and they do have 2 minions coming in. But no, Trevor, they decide to prolong.
Fnatic want to win the game by consistently starting the skirmishes, by tower diving, by forcing their opponents. Question to answer. Of course, the support staff backstage will have to review this draft. We'll have to think about what else they can do. Solar Flare from Vander was used. Vethyo's looking for a target for the Shockwave, and Hylissang will buy some time. Not taken out just yet. Flashes away to safety. Still has
Misfits that can be to attack or at least defend the lane up towards the top side of the map. But still, they're so far ahead, Fnatic, and Misfits still looking desperate for a collapse.
While teleports coming in, Fnatic have already peeled out, but they're now split. 3 members on the south, 2 members up north. Vetheo will get the Command Protect to stay alive for now. GA has popped from Adam, but that's enough time for the rest of Fnatic to arrive. And Fnatic agree to back out. Don't overchase, don't overstay your welcome. End off the Misfits members for now. Now Baron has been started. Teleport available for Vetheo. He's on the bottom lane. Kobbe's making his way from base. The channel is coming in. Quickness thrown out. Is charmed. Is knocked. Is locked. That's a flash away from Vetheo. An Upset face plants the wall. Man, would that be impactful is the question. Here it flashes away to safety for himself. And now Bwipo is the target of Kobbe and Razork, but he's not going to have enough. Here it is killed already by Hylissang, the man that started this fight. Engages once more onto Razork, who flashes away to safety. Misfits lose 1. But it could have been so much more. Fnatic still peel back.
After the members of Misfits has been pushed off, it's still very easy for them to pick up the Baron and start looking for the end now finally for Fnatic.
Yeah, playing this one respectfully. Maybe a little bit. This death ball that Fnatic has put together.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, one of the things has to come with shutting down the bot lane of Fnatic. Because they are just so damn good at creating pressure. And Hylissang, once again, I have to reiterate, such a pivotal power as well in the Rakan. But now, both inhibitors has been taken down. You can move up towards the top side.
Yeah, Misfits have tried to find initiations multiple times. Realm Warp is going to deliver the minions to the top inhibitor. Cheeky play here from Nisqy. Force Misfits to do something. Double supers will now start to make their way forward. That's the engage from Hilly. Gets the charm, and this time round Vetheo's killed before he can use that shockwave and have any impact. Razork is trying to find a kill onto Hylissang, but that is the least impactful member now that his initiation is done. Razork down, Vetheo down. 3 members of Misfits left alone, facing Fnatic's 5. Super minions pushing into the base now as well as HiRit gets caught out. Throws out the Hextech ultimatum, and Adam buys enough time with that stopwatch. HiRit will fall in just a moment as Vander makes it back to the steps, and despite the fact that there's so much damage, Adam still stays alive. 29 kills for Fnatic in a one-sided obliteration of Misfits. Fnatic advanced to match points.
It took a while, 31 minutes, but that entire game, Trevor, I think we can both agree that was very Fnatic dominated.
I mean, 38 kills in total.
In the previous game we watched, but at the same time, Fnatic, they also know exactly what Misfits want to do with this composition. They lost to it already, and now it's on them to play around with it differently. The rise priority from Nisqy, he used that to...
Vander will be supported by Vetheo. 2 more members can make their way forward. Command attack goes out. That's the route already. Hylissang going low. 180 HP left. The rest of Fnatic make their way up. This is a potential 4v4 as HiRit is inside the river. Now, all of a sudden, another potential engage. Razork steps all the way forward. Sonic Wave will catch out Bwipo. Smite comes down onto the Scuttle Crab. Razork continues to look for the fight as Vetheo was able to leave the lane first. Now, all of a sudden, HiRit and Adam are trading. That's a big stun onto HiRit. This minion wave is helping out. Nisqy will be backed up by Bwipo in just a moment. The dash forward. Shockwave did not find Nisqy. That means there's not enough damage, and first blood goes to Fnatic. Adam is going to rage out, use the ultimate, the dominance to take down Vetheo, and it's 2 kills to Fnatic.
And even Hylissang was up here if his larger extent of a fight broke out. So Fnatic, once again, they're just pulling the trigger, and after the shockwave missed, such a poor position for them. And now 4 members up towards the top side. They can look for a dive, Trevor.
HiRit needs to gnaw out, but he doesn't have the bar just yet. Level 5 Bwipo stepping forward. The Hallowedness comes out, and 3 members of Fnatic continue the chase. Razork arrives in time, and now he's got the ability to turn this one around. The gnaw bar is starting to pack up. That's a kill back for Vetheo. Hylissang's going to be the next target as Nisqy is trying to throw out overload after overload. HiRit will not have the flash available to him, but now all of a sudden Upsets join the fray. Razork dashes to a ward to safety. Vander's been able to recall and join up as well. Razork gets himself one. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow flies out right between Adam and Upset. The wallop will not land on Adam, but Vander finds the kill. Misfits find 4.
That is such an overextension, and we might not be done. Oh, Sonic Wave almost connects an Upset. But look at Kobbe, Trevor.
Misfits, they're laying in wait. They're setting up a trap here.
And they can do this because there's no one punishing Kobbe, so there's no cross map to come through. Adam, you might be walking into a trap, buddy.
He is indeed. Dragon's Rage is available here for Razork. Knocks him into the wall. Beat drop comes out from Vander, and Razork finds another kill. 2, 1, and 2. That minion wave is gigantic, and Kobbe will now be the next target. Bwipo and Hylissang looking to run him down. Flash and heal is available. Does he decide to use it? Probably not, because this is just a confirmed kill for Bwipo. Kobbe, despite being in that position, I have felt like Misfits have been able to read where Fnatic wanted to apply pressure or read the states of the lanes. But in the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, that will be additional kills for Misfits, but they're paying the due respect. And with the help of this Rift Herald, this will be the Tower First Blood secured at 10.5 minutes. Now all of a sudden, Misfits are on the hunt. Bwipo is nearby. Vetheo's back in the mid lane. The arrow does tag Upset. He cleanses to safety. Realm Warp will bring Nisqy to the Krug camp, and 4 members versus 3. The kick back onto Bwipo. He's been exhausted. The Encore locks him in place, and Kobbe gets the kill, the first of his game. Turns it into a 3v3. Hylissang steps all the way forward, but he doesn't have access to the ultimate. He's taken out by Razork. Misfits continue the chase. Seraphine doing so much work with the shields, the heals, and Razork with the damage to close it out. He gets a double kill, securing it onto Nisqy.
And that was 4 versus 3 as well from the side of Fnatic.
Could be game-changing, but I do think at the moment it will be up to Misfits to try to avoid that. The Ash Arrow comes up, buys just a little bit of time. Teleport completed as well. Upset will not be able to get out just yet. He does indeed with the W. Now all of a sudden Razork looking for the kill into Bwipo. Bwipo going to use the Heartbreaker to safety, and Razork continues the chase. Sonic Wave will not find its target, and that was a great
Sonic Wave missed. There's nothing they can do to commit.
And I think the timing on that also very, very important. HiRit Mega Gnar bar was on cooldown. A very tired Gnar once again will use that ultimate to buy some time for himself. The wallop just as he's about to be taken out, and Nisqy with the help of HiRit, with the help of Adam rather, will be able to pick up that kill. So fetch up that Gnar bar. I think wisely decide not to engage. Not enough members nearby, and Vetheo's pushing that bottom lane.
Yeah, so Rift Herald denied from the side of Misfits, but as you said yourself, he is pushing that bottom lane, and he is going to be picking up a turret, which, by the way, gives 600 gold, which is the equivalent of 2 kills, so definitely not something you're too unhappy about, and they're still pushing down the mid lane. So do you even need this Rift Herald?
Well, it doesn't feel like it right now. Misfits extend that lead even further. 7,500. Ash Arrow will force out the cleanse from Upset. The rest of Fnatic are split up. Adam's in the top lane. Bwipo on the Viego is making his way down through the blue buff. And while Fnatic will pick up their first tower, is at the cost of their inhibitor turret. 6 towers secured.
The better extended team fight, like you do with the Orianna, like the Seraphine pick by Vander. It's just a better scenario for you, but Fnatic, they're so good at finding picks.
Well, can they kill Vander? He's able to flash away right now. That Encore bought some time, plus the exhaust. Bwipo's going to try stand on that Realm Warp, but he interrupted it. Doesn't manage to escape. Instant denying farm to their opponents.
Yeah, and ever since then, we've kind of opted into where the first turret has been taken off the map. We're just looking at that top side, so right now you can clearly...
The Misfits members in the top lane, they were in control of the game. They were dictating the tempo of the game, being very proactive, finding kills and dives, and unfortunately, over-chasing cost them this time around.
Well, let's see if it's going to cost someone else their life, because HiRit, he's got off guard alone.
He is indeed. Dominus into the Mega Gnar as well. Hylissang has joined the fray, so has Upset, and that will be the kill secured. Adam picks it up, another pick, and that is a string of individual... The top inner turret remaining. There's an exposed inhibitor in the middle lane as well. So this will allow Misfits some options. No flash yet for Vander, despite some CC. He just gets blown up once again. And as Bwipo has been able to
see a two-turret in mid lane either. It is really just about getting control of the top side jungle of Fnatic from the side of Misfits, but they're waiting around, anticipating it.
And Razork just walks into the darkness. Not taken out just yet. Survives the buster shot. Doesn't secure the kill thanks to the command protect. But now Vetheo's in trouble. Teleport is now being channeled as Adam joins the fray. Razork will be the next target. Misfits are conceding the lead. Now Fnatic turn their attention to Baron. They've got a two-man advantage. HiRit, Kobbe, Vander are around. The encore is available. When does Vander throw it? It has to be huge. HiRit is gnawed out. The Realm Warp is being channeled and jumping right on top of HiRit. The gnaw comes back. The encore catches 5. And we have a reminder that Misfits have been picked off one at a time. And after the Realm Warp has concluded, HiRit will go down to Adam. Upset. Rocket jump forward to find yet another. That is 4 kills from this fight. And this will open up the Baron as well.
It will, but there's short TP timers on some of the members. Vetheo spawning now in 3 seconds and does have that teleport. Razork out on the map as well, but Fnatic, I think they're going to be able to pick up this Baron.
Kobbe's got the enchanted crystal arrow. The hawk shot will give some vision. Fires it into the pit and it's body blocked by Hylissang. That gold lead, there's not very many situations where the map is that wide, that open. And unfortunately they got punished for it. They will be able to pick up an inhibitor. And for now, looks like those waves in the bottom lane might just be pushing in favor of Misfits. Vetheo and Razork will be able to secure this dragon underneath the noses of Fnatic. That puts them 1 away from the... really is. Razork once again steps all the way forward. The hawk shot reveal multiple members of Fnatic. Nisqy and Adam below the mid lane. Blast Cone used to commit even further. Ash Arrow onto Hylissang, and he will not die just yet. Throws out the Glacial Fissure and escapes with his life, but the flash is blown. Now the rest of Misfits backing away. Adam and Nisqy still trapped in that middle lane, dealing with the minion wave. And Misfits, are they really going to commit to this Baron, Guldborg?
It's warded. Fnatic has the information now. Warded's getting clear out, so it's a dark area, but Fnatic, they have the TPs, and it's getting channeled.
All right, Baron is going very low. Fnatic have to step into the darkness. Baron below 3,500. What do Misfits do? Focus it down and turn for the fight. Vander's got the encore available to him. Viego's inside the pit, but it's picked up by Vetheo. Misfits managed to get the Baron and turn their attention onto Adam. Encore goes up, but honestly doesn't do a whole lot. Adam is melting the back line. Vander flashes and stays alive, while Kobbe focuses down Bwipo. So far, it's a 1 for 2 in favor of Misfits, and they get the Baron. Razork hops over the wall. Adam dashes forward. Meek does so much to take down Razork before he loses his life. 2 for 3, but
someone who is isolated. Misfits not making the same mistake twice. Grouping down 4 members down the middle, having HiRit push in the bottom.
Now, do Misfits stick around? Nisqy's still got his teleport, level 18. Will be able to take out this top inhibitor turret. The rest of Misfits pushing into the bottom lane, and Vetheo will be a little bit late to this as Bwipo stepping forward onto him. HiRit now will try to challenge Nisqy in the top lane. I'm looking for any potential engages. 2 inhibitors secured in favor of Misfits, but it is traded.
Group around it anyway. The super minions won't be the biggest problem, and a huge part here for Misfit as well. Your exit objective is the Ocean Soul.
Razork. That could be problematic as Upset has his available, but to be fair, on the side of Fnatic, only Upset has his, and he's not even with the team right now. Misfit's gonna knock on the door, set their sights on this 3rd inhibitor. Teleport's coming out. That's to the bottom lane. Nisqy, as well as Upset, are going to try to push this one. It's a 5 versus 3 in the base. The Realm Warp is going to push the minions into the Nexus turrets. Nisqy and Upset are now being focused. They find themselves a kill. All of a sudden, Fnatic turn their attention to the 2nd Nexus top. They've got no more minions to work with. Misfits in the bottom lane are now focusing down the remaining members of Fnatic. The dash forward from Bwipo. All of a sudden, here it's forced away. No minions mean the buff towers are going to be so difficult to deal with. Kobbe and Razork on the Nexus turrets, while Hylissang is trying to slow them down, trying to stop them. Vander's been able to rejoin HiRit. That's a hop forward from Upset. The cleanse, the exhaust comes out, and Kobbe focuses down the Nexus. Fnatic tried to take Misfits down, but we're going to game 5.
And that was such a creative way to try and do it as well, TPing in with the Realm of getting onto the Nexus, but Misfits, they still had the members to end the game.
That last 2 minutes of gameplay, literally in all time, 7 games played, 5 wins. The answer from Adam is the Cho'Gath. So let's zoom out and what do these 2 compositions want to do?
Before we do that, do you know the last time I saw Adam play?
So we'll be tracking their decision making. Both junglers on the top half of the map as Upset And Hylissang will be caught by the double flay, forced to flash already. Kobbe steps forward below 100 hit points, takes a turret shot, and now Hylissang trying to get the kill to Kobbe. No heal available for him. Flash and cleanse was already used. Fighting into the minions, and Hylissang an upset escape with their life.
Checked by Fnatic as well, because Bwipo is going to be behind them.
Well, teleports are available here for Misfits. Hylissang gets caught by the volley. Teleport is being channeled. That's the flash forward into the dark binding. Vander does have the flash available, and he has used it. 4 members of Fnatic are forward. The Deathblade sentence pulls one back. Vander gets taken out. First blood for upset. Can Kobbe get another in return? No, not yet. Bwipo gets the level up, and there's no reply yet.
The clock, and with the bot lane priority, they should be able to go for it, but cross map could come through here. Adam is very healthy, but he barely has any mana, so he's going to be forced to back off here. He does still have this TP if he wants to go back, so I think what Misfits are going to be looking for here is just some counter jungling potentially.
That will be yet another for Razork. Step forwards here from Kobbe and Vander. The Destiny is being channeled. Nisqy arrives. Gold card onto Kobbe, instantly cleansed away. His flash is available once more. Teleport from Vetheo. Kobbe gets the kill onto Nisqy. And the rest of Fnatic start to back away. Cannon Barrage committed.
That Kobbe is pushing in.
The rest of the team members starting to group up. Herald still being focused by Bwipo. That's a dash in from Razork, just taunting members of Fnatic. Dark Binding catches instantly, and that's Vetheo down. So many ultimates blown, but they get the kill. Now here it's the next target. Flashes away, eats an orange, and it's okay. The Herald's still alive and will be secured unless Razork can do something magical. And just to land the Sonic Wave, and will not follow. 2 quick kills there. Correction, 1 quick kill. 4
should just cut a wave or cut a lane completely if they want to, but the rest of Misfits, they're looking for Adam, who's a bit overextended.
His feast will be available relatively shortly. Feral Scream will slow things down for now. Teleport being channeled. Nisqy will arrive to support Adam. Not enough damage from Razork and Vetheo. The rest of Fnatic, 5 members strong, pushing into the bottom lane. Dark Binding is held for now, but the Cannon Barrage used by HiRit to clear out the minion wave. The Rift Herald will be summoned. Rest of Fnatic start to back out. While that's going on, HiRit was hammering away in the top lane. He gets himself a couple of plates. Kobbe's in the mid lane. This is just a battle on every single front.
It is, but they still should be able to pick up the most gold here from Fnatic. Nisqy picked up a huge amount there. And while
I think very, very importantly, rising to the challenge of upset of Fnatic.
Definitely. So while Fnatic is starting up this Drake as their second Drake and objective, the rest of Misfits, they are moving up towards the top side to try and threaten a potential turret here. So they are getting it. They're just going through with the cross maps. While Bwipo is a bit low, Misfits or Vetheo.
There's actually no wards in the inventory, so unable to do that. While the red buff was stolen, Razork picks up the second.
No one has the tools to just immediately pull the trigger.
Well, the gold card was eaten away by the parlay from HiRit's Gangplank. Stepping forward once again, Vetheo trying to find a flank. Gold card will connect, but no further follow-up, and the Rift Herald will be taken out before the charge can complete. Dragon is open.
Nisqy pinging on the way up towards the top side of the map. There's a wave that needs to be collected, and at that same time, Misfit, they should just be able to pick up the Drake. So finally, we start to see some sights of life from the side of Misfits.
And I think we need to talk about how these teams want to either start their fights or how they just play for the objectives. Because as you rightly called out, the lack of sort of hard engage could be problematic. Teleport committed by Adam. Smoke screen from Bwipo will force the flash from Vetheo, and this top turret is now under threat. While that's going on, HiRit with a 40 CS advantage is pushing that bottom turret and will secure it.
Definitely. I like Adam. He's a bit cheeky. He's letting the minions die to the turret before he takes it off, just so there's
fights and skirmishes at a kill a minute across them. This time around, a much more tempered approach, and it feels like it'll come down to who can play the lanes better. Nisqy is trying to run down Vetheo. Support from Misfits will come out in a moment or two. Another gold card connects, and Nisqy will just about do it. Fantastically played. Vetheo had no options at all. Now members of Fnatic are going to apply pressure. The Dark Binding will not find its target, and Vetheo hops over the wall. The Cannon Barrage thrown as well. Death Sentence will connect onto Hylissang as well as the Flay, and the boxes drop down. Barrels being placed by HiRit, but not enough damage just yet. All of a sudden, the dissuasion, everyone
you would have called it in that mid lane where they just exchange blows.
And the thing is, this puts Fnatic onto Dragon's Soul Point, the third of the game. And we are still dead even as far as the gold and the towers for a target. But this is the challenge these teams are facing. They cannot start a proper engage unless someone is out of position. Fnatic are able to brute force their way onto the middle turret. 3 apiece, and the barrel from HiRit does not find a target. Fnatic aren't done yet, they're on the inner turret now.
Yeah, Misfits, they're caught up completely off guard. They went down the wrong path of that mid lane and had to be forced off the main lane here, and all of a sudden 2 turrets have been picked up.
Fnatic have got the vision advantage. It'll be up to Misfits to step into the darkness. Fnatic pushing forward. Barrel is denied from HiRit, and the Rupture won't find a target. Death Sentence connects onto the Cho'Gath, but so does Nisqy get chunked out. Cannon Barrage comes down. That's a 4-man Rupture! Adam knocks up all of Misfits. He's kicked backwards. Razork goes forward with the Resonating Strike. HiRit is trying to focus out Bwipo, but Misfits are falling. Misfits are split. Misfits are dying. Kobbe and Vander fall to Fnatic, and the Dragon Soul is going to be available to them. A flash forward from Nisqy, plus the Everfrost secures another kill for Upset. This will be the soul to Fnatic.
That is finally happening now in this game, and Fnatic, for Adam, with that Rupture, absolutely insane.
I cannot believe he found a 4-man Rupture. That was the single ability. Up in the mid lane. It's a minute until the Elder Drake. HiRit and Vetheo staring down the gigantic Void Monster. Destiny is now being channeled. Gold card onto Vetheo. Everfrost roots him in place. The Rupture not going to land this time round. That's a Mimic as well. Flash forward for Nisqy. That's a kill. 44 seconds until Elder, and 50-second death timer for Vetheo. The Baron instead with 15 seconds on Elder. Maybe setting themselves up for that. Baron will be secured by Fnatic. They extend that gold lead. They add it to the Mountain Soul. Teleport comes in from HiRit, and this is the final stand. Misfits stood on top of a ward. Death Sentence onto Adam. They commit the box as well. Barrel's chucked out. Adam below 1,500 hit points. A flash forward. That's a gold card. Cannon Barrage doing a lot of work, but that's the stun. The root. It's Hylissang that's down. All of a sudden, Vetheo can't join the fray with the teleport. He's jumped into the back line. Nisqy trying to find the wild cards. Misfits have bought themselves a small lifeline. Baron empowered members of Fnatic can threaten the Elder, and Misfits are inside the pit. Upset. He's got himself the white and the purple guns. Teleport.
This can't be real.
He finds the barrels. He finds Bwipo. That means there's no smite for the Elder, but Adam rejoins the fight with full HP. He managed to regen underneath the tower, and he picks up the kill onto Razork. Neither jungler for either team, but Misfits are getting ruined and wrecked and destroyed by Upset's Aphelios. Vetheo's the last man standing, and Fnatic can turn their attention to the Elder Drake.
They're not doing that just yet. They're trying to make sure that the pit is clear. There's no feast just yet for Adam either. And Vetheo, he might try and kill Upset.
Oh, Upset stays alive for a few moments longer. The Wolves looking for the auto attacks. Not going to do it just yet. They finally do. Upset secures the ace. All of a sudden, Nisqy turns his attention on the inhibitors, pushing forward with Baron, empowered minions, 20 seconds on Razork and Vander. Nisqy may be able to just finish this one out. 3 minions in front of him, throwing out the cards. Fnatic may have just eliminated Misfits. The minions push their way forward, and after a 5-game series, Fnatic end Misfits 2021 season. Fnatic advanced to face G2.
Oh my word! And the way it was paved out in that last fight with Bwipo going down, Fnatic rejoining it, and then Nisqy in this entire